Hi. Welcome to March 6th, 3-6 equals 1-6. Yes, it does. Because this is the first month of the year, ladies and gentlemen. And why don't they teach you in school that septem is 7, octo is 8 in Latin, novem's 9, decim's 10. The death ember of December, when the sun dies at the lowest point on the ecliptic path, at the Tropic of Capricorn, his decapitation, God's son's decap of December, the deceptive death, because it's immediately followed by a rebirth on the 25th Christmas, God's son's rebirth day, same as the birthday of Mithras, the mythology of Ra's myth. Education, where you get the knowledge, to know the edge of the ledge, and the college. Well, public education, first of all, you shouldn't be educating, as Sadhguru says, you shouldn't be educating people who have not been transmitted cosmic identification from their parents. Because knowledge is power, and you should not give power away to people who are not identified with the cosmos, who are not responsible to the whole. You should not give the power of knowledge to those who are immature, matador. Shouldn't give it to people who are going to use it for just themselves, knowledge, or just their own little tribe. Good and evil. The good difference between good and evil behavior is good behavior is for the whole benefit of all. Evil behavior is for just the benefit of you and your own little tribe. So March. This is the month of Mars, god of initiation, instigation in the Stargate Ion. And today we have a new moon here on the 6th. New moon. The now moon is black and going to be waxing on to the Crescent, and then we'll have daylight savings on the 10th, Pi Day on the 14th, Crystallina's birthday, and the 20th is the spring equinox right here, and the moon will also be full on the spring equinox at 21:43 hours. The ram with the horns of the head. Aries is in the cerebrum, the brain. And then Taurus is in Mars. And then Aphrodite, which is April, Venus. Mars and Venus. This is the month of Venus next. Aphrodite, April, with Easter or Esther or Ishtar. This is the goddess of fertility and beauty, joy, the cow goddess Hathor in ancient Egypt. Springtime, bunnies and eggs, fertility, reproduction. Taurus, Aries to Taurus. Taurus is in the cerebellum, the bull and the bellum, and the back of the brain, and the tarot. That's why Taurus is the Aleph of the alphabet, the bull of the Bible, the letter A turned upside down, the horns of the bull. And then the arms and the lungs, Gemini in May. And then the summer solstice of June, Cancer, the crab, and the sternum. Lion of Leo in the solar plexus. Virgo in the navel of the belly. Navel, the belly above the belt. Virgin birth, August, Virgo. September, separation of the autumnal equinox of Libra in the hips, the waistline of the west. Octagon, October of the octopus of the genitals of Scorpio. Halloween. November of 11/22/63 of the sag of Taurus, the sad sag of the sun going down into his tomb of time of autumn. November, Sagittarius in the thighs, and then Capricorn of the winter solstice, the winter, the slayer of the old year, of the death ember. Capricorn in the kneecaps, the goat. The old goat and the young ram. Ram is the male and ewe is the female. Adam is the ram, Mars, man, Eve is the ewe, even Libra. Spring and autumn, Venus, Mars and Venus, Aphrodite. Then in January, Janus, we go to the shins of the sins of Aqua Osiris, Aquarius, of the skins, the father of all anniversaries, annual, anal, canal, kennel, L. February as the fish of the feet of Pisces, the fumaries of the appendages grounded in the earth, terror, terratory of all stories, of all rotaries of the tarot, of the Torah, Turah, of the Taurus. So we're getting really close. This is the Shmish, the alarm. Getting really close to the equinox here now. We're rising to Aries. This is the ray ascendant part of the year we're in. Sun's going to the ram, arising, going from Pisces to Aries at 3 o'clock, the house of the rising sun. The sun rises from 3 o'clock position every day, the ram's horns of the 3, of the M, of the mem, of Phoenician in the midline, of the membranes of memories, of the horizon line, horizontal, Horus eyes on, the horizon, rising at 3, Mars, man, Aries, setting at Venus, Libra, feminine, womb man, Libra, of all libraries, Libra, Aries, libraries, literator, of the Taurus. Cash register synchronicity from yesterday now, CRS. Carl Jung, who coined the term synchronicity, said synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those with eyes to see. So public education is, the big show with education is obedience training. And schooling, it's called schooling because they're putting you in a herd, a school of fish. They're putting you in the feet of the fish at 6 o'clock into lower consciousness, making you obedient and disempowering you. It's training by abuse, ritual abuse. Taking a kid from its parents and putting him in a school of fish with a herd, herding him with his peers at an early age, and then programming him to be obedient is abusive. This one was from the 4th. I found on the floor today in my room. I think it got left out yesterday. 6:45 p.m. The total was 456. 456 at 6:45 p.m. This one from yesterday, the 5th of March, 4:23 p.m. 23rd second of the 23rd minute. And then the 88 at the end of the total, 7100 invoice number 718. 22 items, 22, 23. And this was my purchase at Thomas's check stand before I left. Thomas, whose cashier number is 8008. He's a relatively new crew member. The name Thomas means the twin. And it's obviously directly linked with the Babylonian and Hebrew, Phoenician Tammuz, the twin, the Gospel of Thomas, one of the non-canonical, heretical scriptures that were left out by the Antichrist Roman Church in 325 AD. 1318 was my total, and my change was 682, 68228, 88, 8:08 p.m. was the time. I left at 8. My shift ended at 8. I got my purchase before I left. At 8:08 was the time. Thomas's cashier number is 8008. 0808 8008. This one here 11:27 total at 2:17 p.m. 11:27, 1127, time 1217. 1217, 1127. The level of consciousness that's generated by public education, brainwashing / mind control is conducive to not recognizing synchronicity, not being present, always looking to the next thing. 7:02 p.m., it's disempowering. It's all about power. Knowledge is power. 7:02 p.m., 27-cent change, total 2273, 227, time 7:02, change 27. Then look at the invoice number ending in 72464972. 7 items. Invoice number 7117. Total 1794. 1794. Invoice number 7117, $17. The number value of El, the Phoenician Canaanite word for God, El is 17. E is 5, L is 12. 17. L is 12. L is the Phoenician Lamed of phonetics, and the lamb head, the lamb and the ram, the cerebram, the hiram, the temples. 1:33 p.m., 13 items. 13th hour, 33rd minute, 52nd second, total 4747. Time equals 47 in English gematria. 4 plus 7 is 11. 11, 11. 4 times 7, 28. 13 items at 1:33. And last but not least, 13 items, 6:18 p.m., 18th hour, 18th minute, 36th second, 18 times 2, 36, 360, 3067 total, 306, 36, 369 of the divine feminine, of Libra, of judgment, of justice, balance. Now I'm going to read from Beauty again to you for a couple minutes before we go. This part here, Belonging to Music. Beauty by John O'Donohue, 2003. The Invisible Embrace. Belonging to music. Music is a science of love relating to harmony and rhythm. Plato. Music is a science of love relating to harmony and rhythm. Plato. Music brings great beauty into our lives. In the way that it arrives, lingers, and vanishes, it offers us a clue to the eternal nature of beauty. Like music, beauty dwells in some invisible realm adjacent to us, yet it never becomes our possession. But when it emerges to visit us, it wafts us away to a realm where desolation and gravity no longer preside. Though we may indeed be wounded by beauty at times, like the darkness of music, it can be a sweet pain. When you really listen to music, you become detached from the world. Indeed, you enter another world. Within the shelter of music, other things become possible for you, things that you could never feel or know in your day-to-day world. Sound can create a world as real as that of the clock, the field, or the street. You breathe and dwell within that landscape as though it were a world specially created to mirror and echo the deepest longings of your life. There is profound belonging in music, which at certain times in your life can embrace and reach you more deeply than friend or lover. It is as though the music instinctively knows where you dwell and what you need. Music does not touch merely the mind and the senses. It engages that ancient and primal presence we call soul. The soul is never fully at home in the social world that we inhabit. It is too large for our contained, managed lives. May God's love be with you always.